Hey, what's going on? It's your boy back at you with another one, and I just thought about something, and I want to talk about Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace, Nipsey. We love you. We miss you. But you know what, man? I'm tired of the hypocrisy, man. I'm tired of all this fake love that Nipsey Hussle gets. I'm tired of the bullshit. And for Nipsey Hussle to get a star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame, I thought that was totally bogus. No disrespect to Nip, but I think it's fake, and I think it was phony to me because before Nipsey died, nobody knew who he was. But I knew who Nipsey was. I remember because I listened to a lot of Rhapsody, which down with Ninth Wonder's label called Jamla Records. Y'all need to check them out too, because some of their oldest music is very classics. Has a lot of classics. And Rhapsody is a good rapper, and he worked with Ninth a lot. So I've been knew about Nipsey Hussle, but my thing is that it's funny how it takes a man dying for this man to get all this recognition. Because before he died, nobody knew who he was. I remember a concert that he did in Washington, D.C. a couple of years ago. And when he was on the stage, the crowd wasn't even rocking. But it's funny how all of a sudden, when he died, what 3 years ago, now all of a sudden he's the greatest rapper of all time. All of a sudden now everybody's rocking all these Crenshaw hats. Everybody is wearing, saying the marathon continues. Why you won't saying that when he was alive? I don't understand the hypocrisy with death. Why is it that we only love people when they're dead, but we don't love people when they're alive? It just don't make sense to me. And a lot of this stuff is fake, especially on Instagram. Nipsey Hussle, we love you. Some of you people don't even know who he was. But that's how it is. That when a person dies, it's funny how everybody want to buy a person music, buy artist music when they're dead. But when they're alive, they could care less about them. All of a sudden, a person that dies becomes a genius, instant genius. But when they were alive, they were stupid. Just like Tupac, they did the same thing with Tupac. Before Tupac died in 1996, everybody said that Tupac was ignorant. Everybody said that he was dumb. Everybody had all types of things to say about Tupac. But as soon as he died, oh, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Man, stop it. Stop all this phony mess. That we got to start loving people when they're here, not when they're gone. It took Nipsey Hussle to die to get Hollywood, to get on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. No disrespect. But come on, man. Stop the fakeness, man. Can we please stop the fakeness? It's like Big said a few years ago. He said, "You're nobody until somebody kills you." You know what I'm saying? I see it all the time. It's just like with family. Family. I know people can relate on this what I'm about to say, but that's how family is. They only love people when they gone. But when they were alive, like, I don't understand these funerals. People will cry in funerals. But when they were alive, you didn't even go visit them. You didn't even go see how they were doing. All this fake love from these rappers. But when a man was on earth, I didn't hear nothing about Nipsey Hussle. Outside of LA and all that, you know, he was big in LA, but outside of that, nobody knew who he was. Let's just tell the truth and let's cut the BS. Nobody knew who this guy was. But when a man dies, all of a sudden, all this fake love. Like, come on, stop it. Stop it. You know, people buy shirts. You know how you go to a funeral and people have a white t-shirt with their picture up there, right? Ain't it funny how they'll buy a loved one's death t-shirt, but when they was on earth, scrambling, hungry, and broke, a lot of these people wouldn't even feed them if they were hungry. They wouldn't even pick up a phone and call them and see how they doing. I'm just saying, I just want to throw that out there, but people need to stop the fake love for Nipsey Hussle. People really need to stop this nonsense, man, because it's all cap and it's all lies. That they only love you when you dead, but when you're alive, nobody talk. Just like a few years ago, Master P, shout out to Master P. Master P said something about Prodigy. That Prodigy, you know, rapper of Mobb Deep, Prodigy of Mobb Deep, may rest in peace. 5 years ago, Master P said, well, they did a tribute to Prodigy, and what a good thing that Master P said was, Prodigy was trying to book shows in LA, and nobody wanted to be bothered. But as soon as he died, they want to take their show and dedicate it to him. See, that's the kind of stuff that the world is on. That it takes a man dying for them to be loved. It took Nipsey Hussle to get brutally murdered for him to get loved, and I just think it's phony. Everybody wearing these Cripshaw hats, like, man, stop the cap. People only love people when they dead, and it's real sad. And I think that he's a great rapper, but I think him being on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, come on, man, I think he was great, but I think he was a great rapper. I'm not taking it away from him, but a lot of fake love is because he died. Because I think if he would have lived, I don't think he would have been on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's no knock to him and his family, Laura London, his family. I know y'all still hurt about that. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but let's tell the truth. I think they did this move because if he would have still living today, I don't think he would have been in the Hall of Fame. And then the more of the story of this video, please love people when they're alive and not when they're dead. That's it. Deuces.